Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to Technogate 2000 non-canonical one-shot that's taken 3 weeks to complete, but it's been super fun. We are on our finale. I know, I'm sad too, but the horrors need to ensue in space. And we have our wonderful cast playing each other's roles in a weird swap. So let's just go down the list and remind all our viewers who's playing who. Fincross, how about you start first?
Hey everybody, I am Fincross. I normally play Malachai, and today I'm playing Tycho Vance, the expert with the laser pistol.
Frozen, how about you? And Jessie, how about you?
Yo, I usually play Phaedra, but today I'm playing Robert, your designated therapist.
And last but not least, Moto. Who are you playing today?
Hey everybody, I'm Moto Rory. I normally play Tycho Vance, but I'll be playing Phaedra Bennett, the twisted progenitor.
Great. Thanks so much. All right, so just to recap what we did last week, we fought some aliens, and they were scary little cephalopods with teeth all over them. One of them even had a crew member's eyes. Phaedra took that and scanned it and found out that they are now integrated into what we're just going to call the beast for now. And the only way to put them all back together was to find every single cell. So maybe saving that crewmate isn't on the highest priority. They still need to secure and quarantine 4225A, which is a unhatched egg still in a kind of like observation box that they've put on hibernation. And after the fight, they ran back into the biolab, did the scan, found out the fate of one of their fellow technocrats, and Phaedra was very focused on doing that and realized that their best bet to deal with these creatures is to build a freeze ray. But what we're going to do now, as she screams, "We need a freeze ray," and the station gets hit by a meteor storm that was foreshadowed earlier on, we're going to back it up a few minutes and deal with what everybody else is doing in that biolab, since they are unfocused on the reports and readouts. They've set themselves up around the biolab, securing certain doors and vents, etc., and they're slowly hearing clicking and tickings and chitterings of the villains that they just attacked. And as Phaedra is doing all her stuff, Tycho, Malachai, and Robert, you are hearing you can't even imagine what would be making that step. You just saw it. It's a strange sound going through the vents. Chittering would be best. And they're slowly catching up to you, and there's tentacles starting to come through the vents as your fellow coworker is trying to figure out what's going on. So I would like everybody to roll a willpower roll. Difficulty 8. Except Phaedra. Phaedra is doing her thing. That's okay.
Same thing. I was like, I knew I forgot something.
It was just really quiet, and I was afraid I was on mute for the past 3 minutes, so I'm okay with waiting.
Oh no, I was on mute, so they didn't get to hear my opening. That's okay. I am Frozen Fallout. I do normally the GMing, and I am playing Malachai with a badass techno suit. Um, so that blank out why you didn't hear me in the beginning is why. That's why I didn't open, so that at least you got to hear everybody else. Okay, so willpower though, I have 6 in that. I have 1 willpower point left, so I still get 6 dice for that roll. Difficulty?
8.
8. I got 2 successes due to my 10.
Okay.
I also had 2 successes with a single 10 and a whole bunch of low numbers.
Okay.
I failed.
Okay.
I did not botch. I got 1 success and 1 failure.
Okay. Robert, you have, I know it's a horrible circumstance, Harley, but we'll get through this. I just heard Harley growl on stream, so I hope everybody else heard that.
Yeah.
I just love talking to animals. Sorry, I'm that kind of person. Robert, you are going to have +1 difficulty to every roll. Okay? Because that was our fear roll from everything. So as everything is happening and these like tentacles are trying to like drop through. So like a visual would be they're squids, like covered in shark teeth, and they're aliens, and they're part spider plant and they're part human. And so as like these clearly like squish tentacles are coming through, they are kind of like breaking off and doing kind of a webbing and spreading out into smaller like little spiders coming down, like how a spider would like propel down from a ceiling from their web or something like that. But they're kind of like doing this in a homunculus kind of sense, like slowly breaking apart, and it's descending upon you 3. So how would you like to go about this?
I guess my first instinct is to shoot.
Good instinct.
Sure, go for it.
All right. Firearms plus dex.
Correct, but your suit gives you a dex penalty.
Correct, yeah.
Just
That gives
remember.
me a -2 to dex. So I have 2 dex and 4 in firearm. Specialty in pistols, so I get an extra dice for that. So
Good.
3 to 4, so it's 7 dice. And I'm going to shoot twice. I use 3 dice and then 4 dice.
That's fine with me.
One success and 2 successes.
Okay, so the 1 success, you don't get like the main part of the tentacles trying to squeeze through these like pipe vents that are like, it kind of looks like exposed piping above you. It's still very sterile. It's white, but it's not like a diehard vent. It's not John McClane sized. And so you get kind of like a little spider here and there with the first one, but the second one you really kind of hit the vent, and it like kind of like does that. Oh, I wish I had a DJ booth with like certain sounds. But it does that classic like 1980s like alien screech, like the kind of thing, and the flutter. But they're starting to come through on the other side. And then also the storm is starting to hit stuff. So I'd like everybody to roll me a dex plus athletics to deal with like the beginnings of this meteor storm. Difficulty 7. Robert, you'll be difficulty 8, just to get your balance.
I failed.
Okay. And then, Phaedra, why don't you do a roll on this too? We'll have you have just screamed, "We need a freeze ray," and then you'll have to deal with the motion of the space station.
So Phaedra yells out, "We need a freeze ray!" And then she falls down because she got 0 successes.
Okay.
What was the difficulty on that athletics?
It's 7.
So Tycho also falls on his butt with a no botches, but no successes.
Okay. And Malachai?
I'm sorry, what am I rolling?
You're rolling Dex plus Athletics.
Oh, let me do that. Dex, which is only 2 plus Athletics. It's 3. God damn, armor always getting in our way. Alright, so we do 3 on that. So, ooh, wow, I am agile motherfucker. Difficulty?
It's 7.
Oh, well, I still get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Da, 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 da. I do like cartwheels and like
Yeah. Yeah, you know what you're doing. You're like that smooth operator on like the airport tram where it starts moving and you just like lean and hold on to the bar. Like it looks very smooth. You maybe like activate your exosuit's magnetic boots or something like that. Everybody else just like falls to the ground and slams into the nearest wall. Everybody's going to take 3 bashing damage from that. After a few more meteor like shakeups while you guys are trying to get up and move around, you notice that the tentacle coming through the vents is getting like bigger and bigger. It's kind of like that, like anybody ever, oh, this is such an obscure reference. Okay, I'm sorry, Twitch land. But it's like when you had Play-Doh and you had like the noodle maker and you could like, you know, like when you make noodles and it like kind of goops out and it gets like, it's small at first and then like more and more comes out. Like it's starting to fill the vents.
well, that's not good.
Terrible. We should get out of here. Can we soak that bashing damage?
Sure, go ahead and roll your stamina.
At difficulty 6, I got 1.
Okay. And Robert and Tycho, do you want to do that too?
Yep.
I got 2 out of 6.
Even with
Alrighty.
all of my armor, I still got 0.
You didn't get any damage because you were just the smooth operator. Remember Malachai?
Oh yeah. So I
Yeah.
didn't take any damage. I thought it was even
Yeah.
if you succeeded, you still took
No, it's because they slammed into the wall. Yeah, this is where me being nice comes on in.
Oh, good.
I'm bad at dealing out damage. I'm more about dealing out the horror and, you know, like, you know, mental trauma for my descriptions than actually like dealing with the damage counter. So, Robert, how about you?
I can already tell what type of game this is going to be today. I also got 0 successes. I have not rolled 1 success already.
Okay. Yeah, you're going to take all 3 bashing damage. We're just going to say that like you maybe like you hit the side of your head a little bit or something like that. Like your Kevlar suit didn't really help. And then Tycho, you said you got some successes, correct?
Yeah, sorry, I had 2.
Okay, so you'll only take 1 bashing damage. So like whatever successes you get, just take away that 1 from 1.
Okay.
Okay. So just to remember, I will give you this since you've explored the majority of the station. If you look at the map that we use, the little pentagon is escape pods. Those are there. There's not one here. And then there also you still have the crate you brought in, and the egg is still in the biolab as well.
Well, we need a freeze ray, and Phaedra, I don't think knows how to make that. It's not her thing.
Malachai might be able to build one with forces. He's got forces plus a lot of stuff that could be used as foci.
Well, we're being attacked in here, so I'm gonna retreat out of this room.
Yeah, I pick myself off the floor and get ready to go.
Is the current 4225A, is that on wheels? The whatever containment vessel that can be detached, is that on wheels?
I'm going to say that this is the Technocracy, and if you want a cart there, there's a cart.
I will put it on a cart and prepare to take it with us.
Okay.
Yeah, that's smart.
So, okay, I need a series of 3 rolls. As you do this, the space station is getting bombarded pretty hard by a meteor storm. The lights are going on and off. So it's going to be a succession of 3 dexterity rolls. And actually, no. Let's do dexterity, fear, and then dexterity again. Okay? And then which room are you all going to?
Are we going to the kitchen?
I mean, I think so.
It's where the evaporator is that could potentially provide us some defense. So yes, we should go to the kitchen. To the kitchen! What is the fear roll? What is that?
That's willpower. It's going to be difficulty 8 now.
Okay, willpower at an 8. So I had 1 success.
So wait, the first roll is just straight up dexterity, right?
Yes, let's do all that right now. Dex plus athletics to kind of get there, because it's moving and shaking again. So
yeah, that sounds good. So I had Tycho had 1 success as I'm pushing this cart out in the hallway to take it down to the kitchen.
okay, and then how about everybody else?
Difficulty is
Phaedra
7.
got 4. Yeah, what's the difficulty?
I'm going to say 7. It was 7 last time. You're in a meteor storm.
Phaedra has 3 successes on that dex roll.
Okay, yeah. No, Phaedra's got this.
I got 2 successes.
Okay, and Robert?
Robert, even with the increase in difficulty, still got 3 successes.
Oh, damn. All right, there we go. There's that series of rolls that we like. Okay, so everybody is doing okay. Tycho is a little shaky with the cart, but there's some extra weight going on there, and they seem to make it up. As you kind of pass the astrophysics lab, down from a vent, some tentacles try to like swarm you. So let's get a fear roll there. Difficulty 8.
I had a single success on that willpower.
That's all you need.
Phaedra's got 2.
Okay.
6.
You got 6 successes?
Yes. Even with 9 difficulty.
I'm going to say that is most assuredly a critical success, and your fear turns into fucking anger right now. You will have future rolls, but you will not have the difficulty on that anymore.
Thank you.
It was difficulty 7 again, right?
It was difficulty 8 this time.
8. Oh, I failed.
Okay, so you have +1 difficulty on all your rolls right now. And then 1 more Dex plus Athletics to get to the room.
Difficulty would be base 7.
7, yes.
Tycho had 2 successes pushing the cart that time.
Okay.
I rolled 4 dice and I got 5 successes.
God.
I failed.
Okay.
I got 3 successes.
All right. So you all make it to the room, but sorry guys, I am like with this like whole swap. I have to think who's who. Malachai gets caught by a tendril right before the door and is starting to slide back.
Phaedra's gonna help him.
Yeah, I want to try to like shoot the tendril off.
Okay. This is going to be difficulty. I want to say 8, but I think that's too mean. It's moving. It's kind of dark, and there's a meteor storm. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say difficulty 8.
Okay. Dex plus firearms. Seems like I roll better when it's a higher difficulty anyway.
Okay.
I
Your
got 1
dice-
success.
Your internet dice likes the challenge. So
Yeah. I got 1 success.
okay. You hit the tendril. And it starts to let go. And then Phaedra and Malachai, let's roll a wits plus athletics roll to see if you can like both act at just amount of time for this like slight recoil in the tentacle to get into the kitchen. Difficulty 8.
1 success.
And Malachai? How about you?
Fail.
Fail. Okay. So you're able to move him, Phaedra, you caught it, but then you feel some resistance again. In the corridor, you can start seeing tiny cephalopod eyes building up. It's kind of like, you know, that
power armor, I would cut his arm off.
I feel both in a power armor and out of power armor that's a difficult task, but glad we have our limitations, I guess, from coworker mutilation.
Arms can grow back.
Especially in the technocracy. Okay, so what are you guys doing? Malachai is gripped by the tentacle again, and in the lights have gone down, emergency lights have gone up, and at the far end of the hallway, in the darkness, just little eyes from top to bottom are starting to appear.
Are we at the kitchen?
Yes, you're at the kitchen door. Malachai just keeps being pulled back from the tendrils.
Alright, I would like to push the cart into the kitchen and then Malcolm Reynolds style turn and shoot the laser pistol into the tendril that's currently got Malachai.
Okay, it's difficulty 8. Do what you will.
Got 5 6s, and a 4, so that's going to be a miss.
Okay. You hear a chitter in the dark. You definitely hit something further down the hall, but not the specific tentacle as your coworker slips away 1 more square.
Malachai, quit screwing around and get over here. I need your help.
I'm coming.
I guess Phaedra will. Phaedra has like a bandolier of all sorts of weird stuff. So she'll grab an acid one and uncap it, flick it at the tendril.
Okay. We'll say this is difficulty 5 because it's just a thrown weapon. Don't
So, like,
fail or botch. Let's just put it that way.
I've got one success.
Okay. It comes dangerously close to your coworker's boot, but thank goodness he's wearing this exoskeleton from a little bit of splash. Otherwise, his Achilles tendon would have been not so A-okay. And it causes enough of a ruckus that there's an unearthly wailing and a lot of chittering, skittering away. So you are now all in the kitchen with the door closed.
Yeah, I run in and shut the door.
Okay, I am going to hold the door. Malachai should start getting that cooling going.
Yeah, so I'm gonna start helping with building the freeze ray. We want to hook this up to Malachai's gun in some way, shape, or form, maybe? Or not Malachai, Tycho. Tycho's gun?
That involves hypertech.
Well, I mean, Tycho, technically, you should, like, maybe have a setting for cold. Whoever doesn't have one should use it. That way we have more options out there.
I mean, it seems like a freeze ray would be an energy weapon. I don't have energy weapons or hypertech. Who does?
I haven't asked, but does Buck Samsonite's gun have a freeze ray setting?
Not canon, but I mean, I don't know why it wouldn't.
I mean, I would think with a simple forces like 2 probably that you'd be able to turn it into you could use it as a ray gun, but I would think that you'd probably have to do some advanced science on it.
I haven't given it too much thought because it deals aggravated anyway. So I don't know if mechanically there's a difference. Like you can get above aggravated damage. If that's even a thing that exists in the game.
Unsoakable aggravated damage is a thing. So werewolves can
that's right, werewolves.
Yeah, the werewolves are a good example of that. There is technically something above aggravated, which is the unsoakable aggravated.
And so cold would feel. You know, I'm Tycho Vance. I'm the son of the legendary adventurer. I know how I hung out with werewolves for a while in the Umbra. And so it does. Am I correct in the assumption that cold feels like werewolf silver to this thing?
Yeah, and I would assume it probably hits more than one at once, and probably just disables them for a fairly long amount of time.
Yeah, and it just like flies the space station back to Neptune, and it all this great stuff. So when you get there, you get into the evaporator. And yes, you can change Tycho's gun to cold, with the appropriate enlightened science and stuff. But this evaporator is huge.
Well, there's probably a carton here.
So it's about the size of Tycho's gun. So like attaching it and making sure it stays is going to be a little bit difficult. You see that there is this escape pod in particular is a little bit effed up. There's like some wires and some metal components taken out of there, and there is actually a hole in the wall between the physics lab and the mess hall that you kind of hadn't noticed before because it's like more in the back corner.
Well, I guess I'll point that out. Somebody was doing something in here. Do you guys have that evaporator yet?
Yeah, let's get the room cooled down so then at least it's less hospitable to our assailants.
Is there any way that we can? I mean, we don't need to freeze the entire station, but can we bring the temperature down to like 0 degrees Fahrenheit? Like so that it's, toasty and cold, but not killing people cold.
I mean, yeah, you can lower the stuff. You have to get to a computer terminal, which would be in the biolab, astrophysics lab, or command to do that.
Conveniently, we got a back way into the astrophysics lab right now. We just don't know what's in there. I will walk over to that edge and kind of just like slice the pie with the laser pistol out.
So just to be clear, is the freeze ray done?
You're seeing a lot of like scattered parts in this room, and someone died in this room to try to get the evaporator. But it looked like they were. Yeah, there's like a goop. Like there was probably another bubble. There's a goop outline with someone trying to reach for it.
Yeah.
It looks like they were passing parts in between the kitchen and the astrophysics lab. And you can make the hole bigger for people if you want. That's not a problem.
I just want to be clear because I feel like other players think there's a freeze ray, and I feel like there's not a freeze ray.
There's parts. There's not a physical freeze ray in this room. I apologize for the confusion, but there is.
Someone was trying to build a freeze ray and died.
Yeah,
so
I guess what I'm going towards is I would love to build a freeze ray, but Phaedra cannot build a freeze ray.
Yeah, so it's either Malachai or Tycho that would be building a freeze ray. Or both of us probably together should be building a freeze ray right now.
And then Tycho said he went closer to the pass-through and made it bigger so he could get through.
No, I'm poking, basically looking through. We haven't been in astrophysics yet.
Correct. Astrophysics lights are dim because the station went on like auxiliary power from the storm. But it does look like that there is a lot of mechanical equipment in there for sure.
Phaedra starts picking up all the bits of tech that are on the floor in the kitchen and starts heading towards the astrophysics lab.
Yeah. I guess I'll grab the evaporator.
Yeah, I'll help with grabbing that stuff too. And following Phaedra.
Okay. As you go out into the hallway, there are some flickering lights. But let's everybody do wits.
I thought we were going through the hole.
Oh, you want to go through the hole? Okay, that's fine.
I want to go through the hole.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, let's do some rolls for that instead. I don't have to be nice. They don't have to be scared of acid too. It's fine. So let's just. How would you like to make this hole bigger?
Oh, is it not big enough for a person?
It should probably be a little bit bigger. Yeah, it's pretty tight. The power suit is definitely not going to get through it, but it's a little bit fucked up enough that.
Malachai, can you bend with your power suit? Can you bend these panels?
I can give it a try. I try and bend the panels using the suit as my foci for forces. Telekinesis.
Sure. Let's do a strength plus technology roll. I'm trying to be really nice. I'm looking at your character sheet right now because you're using this because you do not have you have martial arts. Yeah, let's do
technology.
strength. It's strength plus technology because you're using the suit, and you are still at +1 difficulty because of your previous rolls. So this is going to be difficulty 7.
Difficulty 7. Alright, so I roll difficulty 7. I still got 2 successes.
Okay, so your enlightened science roll is going to be difficulty 5.
Okay, and that would put me at... Alright, I'm going to spend 1 quiescence to lower the difficulty to 4. And then... Oh, I didn't need that at all. 2, 4... 4 successes.
Okay. Yeah, you like rip this open like the Kool-Aid man. You're good.
Wah!
As you go through, there's some like wires sparking, etc. And in the low light, you see the astrophysics lab. It has a lot of equipment facing towards the windows. It's one of the few rooms that is like just all windows on one side. You can see the meteors crashing down. It's kind of lightened a little bit. Lots of large, what you can tell, like weather equipment, some for like space weather and stuff like that. So, just like kind of like tall, sleek silver machines with like some gyroscopic parts on them are facing the windows. Some have like little like satellite dish-esque things attached to them. And you see no signs of life here, but on the large table in the center, there's some kind of like rough-hewn plans and a large retrofitted flamethrower. For lack of a better description of what this gun looks like.
Based on my previous research in the biolab, do I know whether or not a flamethrower is going to help?
Well, you see that it's like kind of broken apart. And the piece that is missing from it is the exact same size as the evaporator.
Oh, so they were building one. I see.
Correct.
They were building a freeze gun.
A frost thrower.
Brilliant!
Is that disappointing? Is everybody sad that they couldn't build their own from scratch?
No, I like it. I love it.
Okay.
Simple. Much simpler.
It's just like, everybody's like, there's like silence, and I was like, oh, did I take away player autonomy? Like, what's going on?
I was trying to remember if I still had the liquid nitrogen tank or not. That's what I was.
I'm waiting for somebody else to build a freeze ray.
Same.
Because Phaedra can't.
All right, I'll start working on a freezer. I'll get that
pointing
set
at
up.
it.
I was having a moment of silence for the very smart scientists who clearly have died here. Which, they fucked up, but they didn't fuck up enough to where they were completely clueless. Except for that guy who was sleeping.
He was just hiding in bed under his blankets.
Maybe he died first.
Yeah, he was sleeping, so like he didn't get a chance to prove himself.
So what do I need to roll in order to make the ice weapon?
Okay, I'm gonna say wits plus technology, I think would be best.
Sounds good to me.
I would say that the liquid nitrogen canister.
What's the base difficulty?
The base difficulty for adding this is going to be 7.
All right, I got 1 success.
Okay, so you attach it, and it starts to come to life, and you get it going, and it has 3 charges to it. And for lack of a better description, please do not send hate. I have not seen this movie in 1,000 years, but if I were to remember something, it's probably going to be like a gun from Mr. Freeze from Batman and Robin type deal. Like it's
Like
a little
Arnold
bit
Schwarzenegger, Mr. Frost.
I Mr. Freeze, I don't remember if he even had a gun, but
He did.
this is what it's probably going to look like, kind of thing. It's going to
Right.
be like type deal.
Who gets to use the thing?
Malachai.
Malachai.
Okay.
Who has the highest strength? This is a pretty huge fucking gun.
I only have a strength of 2.
Yeah,
Oh,
but your suit helps
Phaedra.
out with that, though.
My shoot should help with stabilizing this thing. Can I hook it up to like my suit?
I would say you can come up with however you want to do this.
Or we could give it to Phaedra because Phaedra's the only one that doesn't have like a primary weapon against these things, right?
And
Yeah.
also,
Give it to her strength is
Phaedra,
insane.
yeah, she's
Well, it is
strong
3.
enough. Yeah, she's the strongest, and also, I don't think you have to be particularly accurate with a frost thrower. I think you just got to kind of push the trigger and have the nozzle pointed in the general direction. So, in terms of like a firearms usage.
All right. So the way that I'm picturing this thing, it's kind of like a backpack with the tube that comes up to the handheld section.
Are
So
you
Phaedra-
saying like a Ghostbusters gun? Is that what you're
yeah,
saying?
pretty much, but like the
Yeah.
handheld section is maybe a little bigger. Like it's a little just
Okay.
awkward to use.
So like, can I meet you in the middle where it has like a Ghostbusters backpack, but it's like one of those huge guns from Aliens 2? That
Yeah,
like
that's fine.
the 2 Space Marines have? Like you have to hold it with 2 hands. Like
I'm
for
imagining
sure.
yeah,
Ghost.
2 hands, definitely.
I'm imagining like Ghostbusters. Like you've got the backpack, but you've got that big gun.
Yeah. It's like if Ghostbusters and the Space Marines like had a baby and you built a gun out of a refrigerator that, and like weather equipment on a space station.
Hell yeah,
just-
we're technocrats.
It is not a Walter PPK by any means. This is not a smooth machine for assassination. This is a
I'm
hunk of
picturing
junk.
the machine gun from Predator, except it doesn't shoot a lot of bullets. It shoots frost.
Yeah.
So many movie analogies.
It's just
The
like
gimbal
The
mounted one.
visual, they're useful.
That gimbal mounted machine gun was awesome in Aliens. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, it's hard to move around, but I have a strength of 3. So, can I scan and see if there's a bunch of baddies outside the door?
Sure, you can do whatever you want.
All right, I'm gonna scan and see if because we got to make these count. Because we all know now that we can only shoot this thing 3 times. Apparently.
All right, while we're in here and before we start re-engaging with the creepy crawlies, I feel our goals should be get 4225A to the ship, get to the ship ourselves, get off of this thing, and then somehow blow it up or something. I don't really. I'm kind of at a loss at the last step, but
If I remember correctly, our objectives were secure 225A, see if there was any survivors. What was our third one? We had 3, right?
Oh, the first one is to check the validity of this distress call. You did that.
Well, yeah.
it is a valid distress call. There are no survivors, and we have 225A in our possession. So there's nothing that says that we can't, except for our abilities to get one, nuke this space station.
The escape
Yeah.
pod in the kitchen is broken. It has been used for parts.
So I'm thinking if we can get the liquid nitrogen container to the ship, and then we just freeze the ship, our ship. Hopefully that'll drive anything that's on it back onto the station, and then we get in our ship while it's real cold, and then we can detach and not have any hangers on. And then again, we'll figure out what we do with the station once we're safely away from it.
What if we... So we want to be able to... what if we try and get them to all be in one spot? So if we make it cold everywhere else, and then really nice and warm, not too hot in one area, and then space them. By putting C4.
Well,
kind of arrived via
we
space.
know that the engine room has a big one in it. If we... Does this room have a window? Do both of the rooms have windows?
Yeah, most of the rooms have smaller windows. You're in the room that has big floor to ceiling windows because the equipment needs it.
I mean, it's transparent aluminum, but yeah, they're windows.
Yeah. If we go find suits and we just smash the windows, they'll be forced to go to the engine room, and we could just blow that up.
Okay. As you're talking, give me a Dex plus Athletic roll, difficulty 8.
Oh, I forgot about the meteors.
Phaedra got 1.
Tycho got a 10 and 2 1s. So
0.
0.
I got 3 successes.
Okay. And Malachai?
Sorry, I got distracted by my puppy. What do I need to roll?
Dex plus Athletics, difficulty. I said 7. No,
Okay,
I
so
said
8.
8. What did I say?
Was
I
it
think it
difficulty
was
7? 8? Alright, so difficulty 9 for me. I botch.
Oh my. All right, who had the gun?
Phaedra.
Phaedra.
Okay, Phaedra got a success, so you're okay there. You didn't lose a charge. All right. And then we had a botch, we had a fail, and Robert, did you have a success or no?
3 successes.
Okay, no, you are good. Robert, I am going to give you a wits plus alertness roll, and I will have you be able to save one of your failure comrades from falling down. If you crit
Okay.
success, maybe both, but
What's the difficulty?
difficulty is going to be 8.
Okay. 3 successes.
Okay, you can save one of them from falling. Who do you choose?
Who all failed?
Tycho and Malachai. Malachai, Looney Tunes awful falling.
I might have to go with Malachai then.
Okay. So Malachai, you have you're about to hit the floor and have your suit all shake up. But Robert catches you by your arm just enough that you're not going to take any more damage, and you can finally get a grip on your boots. Tycho, you just failed, so give me a stamina roll to see how much bashing damage you get.
At a 6?
You got 1 success or 6 successes?
If it was at a 6, I got 1 success.
Okay. So you'll take a bashing damage. You kind of hit into the wall a little hard, but not too bad.
Okay.
So, and I'm drawing. I don't mean to draw. I wanted to move you guys. Okay, so.
Yeah, we never moved them.
And then give me a Perception plus alertness. Whoever succeeded, it's difficulty 7. And whoever failed on their dex roll, it's difficulty 9.
I choose not to, because that would be difficulty 10 then for me.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't want to be aware.
Phaedra got 0, but didn't botch.
Okay.
I got 1 success. Robert got 1.
Okay.
I had a 7 and 8, which was not enough for 0 successes.
I choose
Okay.
to botch. Or I choose to fail, therefore I won't botch.
Okay. 1 success. Something floats past your peripheral vision, Robert, and you kind of see on this desk by the windows, there's some consoles there, and there's kind of like a flashing, like a sensor alert flashing, because it's, you can see that it has kind of like a outside array, like a GPS is not the right word, but kind of like close proximity alert type thing.
Okay, I look at it.
And give me a just give me a wits plus computer.
Okay.
Real quick. I'm going to say difficulty 6. This is your bread and butter. You just want to like basically change the screen a little bit. Like right now it's kind of like it's not like really showcasing the correct, like you want to go between tabs basically. Something easy.
4 successes.
Okay. The close proximity alert, something is coming very fast and is going to hit these windows soon. And from the outline that you can see on the tracker, it is your shuttle.
Our shuttle?
Yes.
Did it detach? Oh, because of the storm? Okay. I say, guys, our shuttle is about to smash into the ship. It somehow got detached. We might have to use one of these escape pods.
As you're saying this, the proximity alert is getting louder and louder and louder.
We gotta go.
I'm going.
Run to the we gotta get to the opposite side of the ship. Probably we gotta go towards the crew quarters or the command station.
There is none in this room or the biolab because you've been in there so long, and the one in the kitchen is broken.
All right, let's get 4225A into one of them. Maybe in the airlock as we pass through to the other side of the ship.
Yeah.
So the escape pods are single escape pods. They're 1 person each, but it does have enough room for a person and a box if someone wants to go with it, just so you're aware.
Am I being vindictive if I say that Tycho takes the box? Tycho takes the box.
Tycho, do you? Okay.
I feel like Phaedra should want to be with the box because that's crazy life stuff, but
yeah, that actually makes sense that Phaedra, because you also have the gun to protect the box or to shoot it if it decides to open.
Well, let's get to an escape pod first.
Well, there's 2 airlocks, or 2 in the airlock. So whoever's going there, I'll run towards the crew quarters with someone because there's 2 in there.
Well, no, you guys get behind me, and I go and I just open the door.
Okay.
So I open this door.
Okay. You're not really seeing anything, and the proximity alert is getting louder and louder behind you.
All right, everybody into the hallway.
Everybody run towards airlock.
I'm gonna
And
get the fuck out of here.
run towards the airlock.
Okay.
I'm pushing my cart.
as you push the cart, it gets stuck in that little thing in between, like the doors and like elevator doors, the slider part.
I run back to help.
And
to
like
lift it.
your team helps you, but in a cinematic, like you're pulling the cart. It has the liquid nitrogen on it. It has the pod box. You're trying to get it. The ship is crashing into this motherfucking room. Excuse my language. And like you like push it through, the doors close, and they like you just hear boom, depressurization. Like it's gone.
Time to move.
So wait, it's depressurized in the ring?
No, it's the doors seal.
Oh,
I'm
these
sorry.
doors.
Yeah, the astrophysics lab is gone.
Okay.
So it is. Oh, now I'm moving it. Me and technology is like not BFF.
All right.
There we
So
go.
we haven't encountered any.
So as you get to the airlock door, who is first?
Phaedra's going first because she's got the freeze ray.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. You see a flicker in the corner of your eye, but when you get to the bridge, like this kind of like halfway point, give me a perception plus alertness, awareness. There's something off.
Two successes at 6.
So no one's in the airlock just yet. Sorry to get everybody's hopes up. As you are kind of reeling from the room exploding, Phaedra gets about halfway, and you know how like the airlock door has like a little like upper window, kind of this like classic sci-fi door, has a big lever like an airplane. You see a shadow again, and it just feels off. And in deep down inside you, it just tells you to stop. Like your enlightenment tells you to stop. And you see the outline of a person just to the side of the window. And it slowly kind of just centers itself, and it's looking down. Its hair is covering its face. It's very, for lack of a better term, like the Ring kind of
Oh God, shoot it!
type deal.
There's a closed
And
door.
as you kind of have this moment, it looks up with like human eyes, like anime style, where it's like still like kind of shadowy, but their hair's all long. And then like this scary gaping maw just like opens up and encompasses its face, and it starts like you start seeing like punches in the door, like how the metal pumps out, and it just starts like screaming and punching at this door to be let out.
Okay, so that's an airlock. So theoretically, that should be able to be pressurized and depressurized, right?
Sure. Space.
Is it pressurized right now?
Like, is it ready to go for people to be inside of it?
Yeah, I mean that monster's in there. I assume there's atmosphere.
Yeah. Let's just say yes.
Okay. Is there a way to emergency evacuate atmosphere?
Well, our ship is gone, so you could just maybe override the door that our ship was attached to.
Either that or wait for this door to get busted through so that I can use my sweet ice pun before I shoot him.
You could have Robert hack into the console that's quite close to the door. To do that, you can go around one way or the other. But there's a screaming monster literally punching its way through like 6 inches of like.
How big a trank shell do you have for your trank gun?
I'm not sure tranks are going to work. I think the ice gun is probably the way to go on this one.
You don't want to keep it? This is the first humanoid version of this thing that we've seen. As it's beating against a door and it's like putting fist impressions into.
It's a lot easier to keep something when it's frozen.
Fair enough. You're the professional.
What do you want me to do? Or are you going to shoot it?
Can you try and evacuate the thing? How long does it look like it's going to take this thing?
I'm gonna say with you guys talking so much, it punches through the glass, and it starts just like pushing itself wholeheartedly. I am totally forgetting what
Okay.
movie I'm thinking of this, and so there's just
I'm gonna
this
back
like
up.
human face with like a Cthulian like Yog-Sothoth bottom of just like tendrils and sinew, and it's screaming, and it's just like pushing itself like putty through this window, and it's like trying to like bite you. It's kind of like those
Okay.
Japanese ghosts where they're like women but they have like the really long weird neck. It's kind of like that.
I
Tetsuo!
would like to shoot my laser pistol.
So
Shoot
I'm gonna
it.
try and wait until it like gets most of its body through because I don't want to waste this shot.
Okay.
But then I'm gonna say, my name is Phaedra Bennett. Nice to meet you.
Oh.
And then
Oh!
You get one automatic success just from the power of the universe being okay with that pun.
Nice to meet you.
what should I roll for shooting this thing?
What does Phaedra have?
Dex firearms.
I would say that because there's no
I mean, it's point
hybrid.
blank, and I'm betting I just have to hit it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna. So I get the automatic success. I'm going to spend a willpower as well. just in
Okay.
case.
Point blank usually gives you -2 to difficulty to hit, which is why dual shotguns to the face to almost anything kind of kills them.
Yeah. All right. Well, I rolled 4 dice, and I got a 1, 3, 5, and 6.
1, 3, 5, 6. The 1 minus the 6, so you have 2 successes just from willpower. Okay.
Yeah.
So it works. And it goes it freezes a good like 3/4 of this kind of like it started to grow arms so it could like crawl to you as well. And then you did that and it was like and so it freezes. So as you do that it stops, but you can still hear punching on the far end of the airlock, and the airlock door finally falls down. And so basically you see this like huge like we'll just get a picture. Again, not the final artwork. Thank you for the artist that I found this rando on the internet. So like the face part extended itself, grew arms, was attacking you. You freeze that, and then this like bottom half of with these like huge glomping feet and like other mouths and like people's faces screaming in its like flesh pushes the door down, and so like a back half is kind of like starting to come at you. Everybody give me a
Run.
willpower roll.
Time to run.
What's the difficulty?
8.
3 successes.
2
Okay.
successes!
Yay.
Even at my difficulty 9.
I had 2 7s and 2 6s. So, failure.
You're frozen.
Failed as well. It wasn't a botch, but I just failed.
Okay. So the not being a botch, you can still move. I'm just going to say that your next rolls are going to be +1 difficulty and -1 die.
Oh God. Okay. Okay. It's too late to try to jettison this thing into space, isn't it?
Yeah, did we ever establish whether or not we are in like legit space suits?
You are in like jumpsuits. You are not in like the
Yeah.
puffy space suits, no.
Well, I just scream, run. Run to the escape pods. Just run to one yourself.
All right. Yeah, everybody run.
Okay. Let's
Phaedra
do
will freeze this thing if it gets too close.
Okay, so let's do the chase mechanics I looked up and had to search like 50 pages for in that giant book. The monster is going to roll something and it is going to take successes away from you. So it's opposing rolls. And if you run out of willpower, you can always roll your destiny to see if you regain any more. Okay? So we are going to try to go to the 4 different escape pods, 2 in crew, 1 in command, and the last one in storage. And let's say that what order do you want to go in? Do the people who succeeded the fear roll want to push their companions who didn't? Do you want to go first? What's the order to this operation?
Phaedra, what did you get? Did you succeed?
On the willpower? Yeah, I got
Yeah.
3,
Okay.
I think. It's either 2 or 3. Yeah, so I want everybody to go ahead of me so that when the chase starts, I'm going to shoot the freeze ray again.
Tycho is currently wondering what he's doing with his life. And because he failed his fear.
Yeah.
That's
I would
pretty on
say
brand, actually.
you run
Okay.
to command. I'm gonna press my luck because I'm gonna try to run the crew at least. Who's taking the 4225A?
Should we even do that?
Yeah.
I have the cart, but again, that might be
You
a
run
problem.
to the cart, you're going to command. Just get the fuck out of here.
Cart to command. Robert slaps Tycho to conscious, brings me back to the situation, and I start pushing the cart off to command.
Okay, so I'm going to do it like this. It's going to be 4 successes to get to command. 6 to get to the crew quarters and 7 to get to the storage.
What am I rolling?
Dex plus athletics.
I got -1.
Do apologize. I need to take Harley out real quick here. It'll be just a couple minutes.
Sure, no problem. Do we all want to take a 5-minute break?
Yeah.
Okay.
This feels like a good spot, right?
And cliffhanger on the.
We're almost done, guys. They're trying to escape. So
Get the fuck out of here! All right, so we'll go to a commercial break here.
We should have done a better job of keeping our escape lines open. I feel like we've already failed because we can't. Like right now, I'm wondering if we can even get the fuck off of this thing. My ship is over there.
We are missing the ship.
The ship
Why-
is embedded into the astrophysics lab.
We can just
Why
jump into it. We'll be fine.
Why did the ship
I'll
got
be right back.
intimate with the station apparently? All right,
Yeah, so there was that big glass elevator. It kind of looked like a weird, like upside down dreidel. The space station is like on a pillar, and it got hit by a meteor and detached. And then space orbit gravity happened.
Stupid meteors, and they're whacking into stuff.
I always love when weather phenomenon happens with like a scary movie because it's like you
It's
deal with
already
ghosts.
out of control.
Yeah.
And you're scared out of your mind, but like you finally reset yourself to be like, okay, I can't control this, but I can at least control my movements. And then weather says, no, you don't.
Yeah. Yeah. And I can't exactly put like a hurricane or a tornado or, whatever in space. So thank goodness for meteor storms, guys. So, all right. I'll see you in a few. Hey everybody, we're back! We're gonna see if we can escape the dreaded 4225B. Has turned into a giant monstrosity of screaming human faces, like dark, strange sinew and homunculus arms and crazy, scary human head bouncing off of it. It's all your worst nightmares combined, and it is chasing our favorite technocrats. So we are going to use some, I wouldn't say modified, but kind of like, let's just throw this in the game and see how they work type rules for a chase. And I've given players the successes they need to get to certain rooms. There's escape pod in the command HQ, which is 4 successes, the crew quarter, which is 6 successes, and the storage unit, which is 7. The crew quarters does have 2 in it, so technically all our technocrats can be saved. And we're going to be making some opposed Dex plus athletic rolls to continue the chase. What's going to happen is the monster is going to make some and subtract from the successes. The players can decide to do other things, like stay still and shoot a freeze ray, hack a computer, etc. They have other options they don't have to run all the time for story purposes. It's a little bit free-flowing, but throwing some mechanics in there, that's how we're going to do it. So, what is the lineup? And let's do some initiative rolls. I think that would be a good way to see what's going on.
What version of initiative are we doing?
The normal version of initiative.
What is the breakup of initiative? I forgot.
Yeah, so we're going to be going from highest to lowest. That is not going to be the normal version. That is the alternate version. But in terms of just rolling what your initiative is, it is your dex plus wits combined as a static number, and then a rolled d10 added to that to create something like 12 or 14 or 9.
And Malachai got a 12.
Okay.
Phaedra's at a 9.
Tycho's at a 16.
Robert. Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I can hear
Okay.
you.
I am not hearing anything from Robert.
Oh, I got an 8.
Okay.
Correction. Yeah.
Okay, and the monster got a 10. So we're there. Okay, first up is Tycho.
Alright, Tycho's afraid. He's got this cart, but he's been given purpose, and that is to get to the escape pod in the command center. So I'm going to do that as hard as I can.
And you failed hard on your last fear roll, right? Are you
I didn't botch, but I did fail.
okay? I think though the failures had +1 difficulty, -1 die on
Yep.
all rolls. So just remember that.
What is the difficulty to run?
6 normal successes.
Alright, so I have 4 dice instead of 5. One success.
Okay, I'm going to say you make progress. Everybody has stated that they are like very much in between you and the monster, so we will give you that 1 success. You will need more successes, 3 more successes to get to the command center or more. And that will be your turn.
Yep, I'm just trying to get me in the box to get out of there.
Great.
So.
And Malachai.
I am going to be running as well to join and try and cover Tycho, who's doing the moving the cart here. So I'm going to go ahead and do the standard roll then. So I have a dex of 2. What's the base difficulty?
6.
Okay, so it'll be difficulty 7 for me, and it's athletics, just 3, so that's total 5. So 3 successes.
Okay. So now the monster is gonna. So you're at 2. 2 successes. So I'm basically going to be rolling an opposed roll every time you go. Now that we're kind of starting in the combat, and this is going to be the monster or the meteor storm or just general atmosphere working against you kind of deal. So you have succeeded in 2 spaces forward, Malachai. And then the next is the monster. They are just going to round the corner and get in the hallway. So they are in the sights. I will make it smaller. It is not the size of a skyscraper. And then Phaedra.
All right. Yeah. Movement. So let's see. I normally have 4 dice for this, but so actually, because of my health level, I'm at 3. And I am gonna spend a willpower on this. And that's 1 success. So +1 is 2.
Okay. And -1 success from the environment.
All right. So I got 1.
Okay. And Robert.
I'm also gonna run. I usually have 4 die, but I'm down to 3. And a +1 on difficulty, so I'm rocking 7 difficulty. I'm going to spend a willpower and use a quintessence to lower it back to 6. Two successes for me.
Okay, you're at 0. The environment knocked out 2 successes.
So I'm okay.
Made no progress. I apologize. These are dire straits. Everyone, before we start a new round, you need to roll a willpower roll, difficulty 8.
Oof, 1 success.
Okay.
0.
Okay. What about Robert and Tycho?
I had a ridiculous 6 successes.
6 successes. Okay. You shatter your previous negatives, and you don't have those anymore.
-2.
Okay. So, okay. So, the one success, you get to keep your difficulty at difficulty 8, your next willpower roll. 0 successes, you lose a willpower. The botch, you actually get to skip your turn next time. You are paralyzed.
Staring this thing in the face. Because I didn't get to move. And now I can't move.
I'm doing math and sometimes it's mean.
No, nope, it's poetic. I look back at my crew and I say, run.
Okay, we start at the top with Tycho.
Tycho has medicine of 1. Can I split my dice pool and heal myself? Sorry, can I use medicine to heal bruised levels? I guess is the question I'm asking.
Sure.
All right. I'm gonna not do that, and I'm actually just gonna run.
Okay.
Yep.
You could do whatever you want. I mean, if you want to sit there and put some band-aids on your arm, that's fine with me. So. And Tycho has 1 success in terms of running. Robert has 0. What were the other 2 at? I'm sorry, I forgot to write that down.
Malachai is
Phaedra's
at 3.
Okay.
Phaedra's at 1.
Okay. Gotcha.
All right, I had 1 success running.
Okay, let's see what the environment says. No, I got 2 successes. I apologize. The cart gets stuck on something.
Goddamn cart!
Okay, Malachai.
So I'm way ahead at this point, so I'm going to turn around and not run ahead any further. And would I be able to make some pot shots at this thing?
Oh yeah, it's huge.
I have two bullets, prime bullets left before I need to reload. So I'm gonna take 2 pot shots at it.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. So I will do 4 and 3 for my. Or wait, no, it would be. Firearms of 4, 5 with the pistols. So, and then yeah, so 7. So it'll be 4 and 3 that I'll do for my. So first one at 4 misses, second one at 3 botches with all 1s.
Oh my.
God damn it.
Okay, so
Oh,
you
Right
didn't
next
hit
to
it
me.
at all on the first one, correct?
Yeah.
You were saying that you rolled a lot of 4s. Okay, evens or odds?
Odds.
Your gun explodes in your hand and you take a lethal point in damage. It's unusable.
Oh, well, I have 1 bruise level then. That's lethal.
Okay. Right, and let's see. The monster is going to wrap a tentacle around Robert. Let's see if they succeed. They are bulky, and this is a very small space station for their space. 2 successes, and since you are paralyzed, it succeeds. And that will be the monster's turn. And Phaedra.
All right, Phaedra's gonna turn around and shoot the ice gun at him.
Okay, go for it.
All right, so this is Dex Firearms minus a die for the wound level. Yeah, I'm gonna roll it straight.
If you
That's 0.
fail or botch, you will hit Robert.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
I got an 8, a 2, and a 1.
Okay. Straight 0. Okay.
Oh wait, when I shoot this thing, I'm supposed to say something.
Did you shoot, did you spend a willpower?
I specifically said I wasn't going to spend a willpower, so because I've only got
If you
2
say a
left.
good enough pun, it can hit for half damage, just the monster.
The only one I had left was now is the winter of our discontent, and then I shoot the gun, because it's winter, it's cold.
Yeah,
I mean,
I feel that's okay. I feel it's worth it. I don't know. Player votes.
I was just gonna say you could just say cool it, but
So
Better.
mine was it has not been ice to meet you.
or straight from Batman and Robin, everybody freeze. It's
I'm
still
gonna say
good
that
though.
they don't like it. Okay, you do like it. Okay, I will have it wildly miss and ricochet and do half damage to the monster and not like kill Robert.
Okay.
So it was a valid attempt. So you have one more shot in that though. And then okay. We're gonna make a willpower roll. Difficulty 8.
Yeah, because Robert doesn't get a turn.
Two nines
Actually
and a
got
10
5.
4.
Okay, let's go. I hear some joy, so let's just go from top to bottom. Malachai, what did you get?
4. Oh, sorry, I'm not Malachai.
Okay, you're not Malachai tonight? Yeah, sorry.
1 second. So that would be. Ooh, I got 2 successes.
Okay, you're good. You don't have any more difficulties, but you still have the difficulties that happened before. Phaedra.
5.
Okay, you critical success. You shatter all your difficulties from previous willpowers. Tycho.
4.
Okay, you are fine. And Robert. Robert.
Oh, I spent a willpower and I got 4 successes.
You can't roll a willpower on a willpower roll.
I totally forgot. I got 3 successes.
Okay, that's fine. You're not paralyzed anymore. You still have the same amount of difficulties from last time, but you are allowed to have a turn. So the first one up is Tycho.
Tycho is going to remember to use his willpower because he has been forgetting. So he's going to he's going to run. He's going to spend willpower. He's going to spend a quintessence. Is that acceptable?
That's fine. Yeah. Some people are like, quintessence is only for spells, and I was like, fuck it. We're all magical. We're in space. Go for it.
I use. I don't want to say. 10, 9, 3, 3, 4. For a total of 3 successes.
Okay. I rolled
4
2
successes.
Okay,
Sorry.
I rolled 2. So 4 minus 2 is 2 progress.
So that puts me at 3 out of my 4 to reach my pod, which means it's probably a good spot to help.
Okay.
That's my turn.
All right. And Malachai.
I'm going to reload a regular, so let's see. Okay, so the gun's no longer usable, but I think I have a knife. Son of a bitch.
If you wanted to, there were guns lying around in different rooms. I'm sure you could have picked up one if you wanted to, but the prime bullet gun is not usable anymore, so you lost your last bullet.
Yeah.
Do you not have a P90?
Not listed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the Biggs X5 model A protector.
There were 2 guns in the command HQ when you first arrived, and
yeah, I would have just slid one of those.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna pull that out and start firing. So I'm gonna do another 2 shots.
Okay.
These are prime bullets, though. So sad. Prime bullets are so much cooler. So I'll do 4 and 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. No, 3. So 4. So 5 successes on the first one and 2 successes on the second one.
Okay. It is not dodging. It's like huge, right? So if you want to use your 5 successes to kind of pinpoint that one tentacle that is holding on to Robert, you can.
Yeah.
Or you could just hit it all at once.
No, I'll go for that that tentacle.
Okay.
Good.
So roll damage as normal, but we'll say that one is specifically to that.
With this gun, so normally guns are either 4 damage, 5 damage, or 6 damage for a pistol.
We'll just cut it down the middle and say 5.
Okay. So we'll do 5 plus 5, so that's 10. Or no, 4. Sorry. Shit. Let's do this one as 4. All right. So we've got 1, 2, 3 successes, so 3 damage on the first one. And the second one would be...
It does not soak, so Robert, you are free from that, so you can act fully on this round.
And then the next set of damage is 4 damage.
And it does not soak again, so it's going to take all of those.
Die, motherfucker, die, motherfucker, die.
Okay. And then the monster is going to go, and it is going to do a fear-based howl. Okay. Oh shit. It rolled 5 successes. So everybody needs to roll their willpower as an opposed roll, and they need to get it'll be difficulty, we'll say difficulty 6, because you're like been succeeding against the monster. Your friend is free, so it's like a little bit more hopeful, but you need to get 5 or more successes not to have a penalty on your next rolls. I rolled 2 10s and a 6, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, definitely not making that, but I did get 4 successes.
Okay.
And Phaedra got 4.
4, 4.
Robert got 2.
Tycho got 4.
Okay, so the 4s, you're just all going to lose a willpower from your pool of uses. And Robert, you're going to lose a willpower. And what difficulties do you have on yourself now?
I -1 roll, +1 on difficulty, and -1 die.
Okay. You're gonna be -2 dice right now.
I just scream to my team, leave. I'm fine.
Okay. Okay. Phaedra, go ahead.
Phaedra's gonna run. Let's see. So I'm at -1 die and +1 difficulty now.
I would say that sounds right. I've been throwing out both, kind of not willy-nilly, but I'll back and forth a lot.
Okay,
Weren't you the one
roll
who
again.
just rolled a 5 on your willpower? Not this time, but previously? Someone shattered. Okay, so no. So if you did that, then you don't have any more difficulties. You overcame it, but you lost a willpower from the fear scream.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna roll this straight because I've only got 1 willpower left. Oh, that's pretty good. 3 successes on
Okay.
Dex Athletics.
Let's see what the environment does. Oh, the environment botches. So that is going to be debris falls on the monster for an extra wound. It has a lot of wound levels, guys, but I rolled a 2211, so meteor storm in your favor. And so you get to go the full amount. And what was that, Phaedra?
That was 3, so I'm at 4 currently.
4. So you can jump into the command HQ next turn if you want, or you could keep going.
I'm probably going to keep going.
Okay. And Robert, what would you like to do?
So, I'm guessing on this spaceship, if like a fire broke out in one of the sectors, was there a protocol where like it would section off
Like
the hallway to
like-
stop the fire?
In the hallways?
Yeah.
I would say like fire door style.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel that's like standard protocol for any industrial complex in the future in space.
I'm gonna try to shut the door. So if that means that I'm stuck on this side of the door with the monster, so be it.
Okay. How would you like to do that?
Is there a fire panel or
If whatever access panel you want, you can have. Yeah.
yes,
You can have
would
the
like to do that.
futuristic fire alarm if you'd like. Yeah.
Yeah. Then yeah, I'm going to hack into the panel and trigger the alarm. Can I do it would probably be Wit's computers.
I would say yeah. I would totally agree with that.
Okay. So that would be 7 die minus 2. What's the difficulty?
I mean, this isn't hard for you. You have so many penalties against you. I will just make it a 5 because this is like an easy hacking roll. It's just under a lot of duress.
So it's 6. And I'm going to spend a willpower and fuck it. I probably don't have much left to lose. I'm going to use 2 quintessence to lower that to 4.
You can only use one at a time.
Okay, then 5. Two successes.
Okay. Where would you like the fire doors to close?
I'm probably standing by the airlock, like between.
Yeah, I would say you're like a little bit more up here, and it came out of this airlock. So
Okay.
So
it's like right there.
Mm-hmm.
If I can make it to, because like I'm thinking it's like it shuts in sections. So like there'll probably be a fire panel sectioning off the kitchen and the command HQ.
Yeah.
If I have to shut it where I'm still stuck in the kitchen sector, I'll do that and like push Malachai closer towards command.
Okay.
Yeah. I rush to the panel. I push it. I shove Malachai into command and say, "Finish the mission." And I close the door.
Okay. Are you going to try to close the door where it's standing?
I mean, can I?
I would say yes.
Or, you know what? No, fuck that. I'm going to run into kitchen and shut the door there.
So are you Are you closing? Are you doing the thing, or are you just holding up in the kitchen?
Yeah, if I close this panel and then I close the door here, I can figure out what the fuck to do
Okay.
later on my next turn because I feel like that's way too many things for me to do right now.
Okay. So let's say you access the computer panel. You push Malachai out of the way to get to the computer panel. He stumbled an extra step, and you go get to the other side, and you use the computer panel by the kitchen doors, and the far door closes to help your friends, and you just like jump into the room, and the door closes. I say that's fine. I mean, you're about to die anyway. I'll give you that little
Thank you.
extra zhuzh. Why not? Okay. Everybody roll me, because it's the top of the round, a willpower roll. Difficulty 8.
Phaedra got 3.
Okay.
Tycho got 0.
Okay.
All 3s and 4s.
I'm sorry, what was the roll again?
Willpower difficulty 8.
0.
Okay. And Robert, what did you get?
I got 4 successes.
Okay. You feel very safe in the kitchen. Okay. Anybody with 3 or above, nothing happens. Anybody below 3 loses a willpower. And did anybody botch?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Top of the round. Tycho. Tycho, you are
Anybody-
at 3 process. Just to remind you, Tycho's at 3 process, Phaedra's at 4 process progress, and Malachai is at 3.
Sounds good. You say top of the round?
Yes.
All right. So I would like to push the container into the escape pod,
Okay.
and then, well, let's see how that goes, and then I'm going to defend it for the rest of this round at least.
Sure. You're going to do a wits plus technology to activate the escape pod, and just don't botch.
Okay. That's a ridiculous number of dice. 7, 8, 10.
And then remember any minuses from your failed willpowers and any minuses from your health.
That is 4 total successes.
Okay, 4 total successes. So that means you are going to be, sorry, just like my rolly chair rolled way weird. Let's see. You are going to be on, I need you to remember this for a couple minutes from now. You are on the meteor section of the chart. So meteor storm. Okay.
Was I able to ultimately put the case in and also be like figure out how I'm going to get into it once I go to?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So it opened up, you saw it, you're like, okay, I've seen this before. It was more getting it turned on. You know, like you're in such fight or flight mode now, it's very easy. There's a chair for it. There's like some of those more modular openings on the one side, and it's more like turning it on and getting it out of there.
All right, that will end my turn.
Okay, guys. Tycho has jettisoned away.
Oh no, I wasn't leaving. I just wanted to have the case in it, and it's ready for me to get back on it. I want to run to the doorway and start shooting, but
Okay.
I wanted to get the case ready to go, and also myself ready to go, and then I was going to go back and help them
So
escape.
you're staying one more round.
Um, yeah. I just
Alright.
wasn't able to do that this round because I just got it. Basically, I just got everything ready to go. So.
Okay. I mean, I just crossed you off my list for no reason. So, but I'm not spiteful in any way. I won't give you a negative. It's fine. You're helping your friends. So it's just like all throughout the entire game sessions, everybody's like, let's just blow up the space station and tell them it wasn't there. And then it's like, I thought this would be a morally gray ground too. And then you're like, I'm helping. So I'm teasing. It's fine. It's great. And Malachai is next.
All right, so I am just going to continue shooting at this point.
The fire door is closed.
Oh, so the fire door is closed at this point.
Mhm.
So, okay.
So you can do two things. You can keep running through the complex to get to a further away escape pod. You can jump into Tycho's primed escape pod. Or you can do something else that I haven't thought of.
Well, so Robert's fucked at this point. He's stuck on the other side without an escape pod.
I was not going to successfully run down that fucking hallway.
So
I have a plan, but it just kind of depends on how flexible Jenna is feeling.
Would you like to scream out your plans to your comrades as another part of your action?
No, because I wouldn't actually declare it as a plan until a couple of more things happen.
Okay.
But basically, I'm thinking that if the first question is if you allow the escape pods to be pilotable, i.e., can they fly? The second question is, can we get to the ship to get a suit? We might be able to save Robert from the outside, is what I'm
The
thinking.
ship is
The ship is
basically
gone.
docked into the lab.
Yeah,
right?
but like the suits are still there. Like
Okay.
all
it might
right,
be
I
damaged,
think
but-
that it's almost at this point every man for himself. Let's get the fuck out of here.
So the escape pods, to answer the questions, the escape pods are not pilotable, remote or otherwise. There are spacesuits in the storage facility where there's another pod. So the space station is circular. You can go around if you want to keep going. And so if you want to keep helping your friend, you can go around and try to grab some spacesuits there. But the shuttle ship is not an option now.
Okay, I'm gonna try
Yeah.
and get to an escape pod at this point.
So
Yeah.
do
the wall
you
is
want to
closed.
steal Tycho's primed one, or do you
No,
want
I'm gonna
to
go to the crew quarters. So
Okay.
so I have 3 already. And then so I need to get how many to get to the crew quarters?
You need to get 6, and once you get your number, then the next round you can get on it.
Okay. So I am going to go ahead and just run. So dexterity, which is 2 plus athletics, which is 3, which is 5.
And you're doing any subtractions from your health, from your willpower rolls, and then from your heart suit.
Yep.
So, and I'm going to roll the environment.
I get 1 success.
I get 1 as well, so you don't make any progress. You are shocked by Robert being so valiant, stupid? Question mark? Question mark.
Valiant. I like it.
And the monster is going to go. And it is going to double back.
Oh.
It's going to get to the biolab. And Phaedra.
Phaedra's just gonna try and get to the crew quarters.
Okay.
That is 2 successes.
All right, let's see what the environment does. The environment does 2 successes as well. I rolled a 10.
All right, well, Phaedra remains at number 4.
Okay. And then Robert, what would you like to do?
Okay. Did I notice the thing double back?
No, you were behind the door.
Cool. The
And actually-
hole between... Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say that. Actually, you go into the kitchen, and it is kind of hard to breathe in there.
Is the shuttle still stuck inside? Like, through the hole, can I see the shuttle?
Wow. Okay. Yes, you can see the shuttle. It's pressurizing the room just enough before it goes off the charts, but there's definitely like the environment in the kitchen is not the best. You're not going to last in there very long.
Mm-hmm. I've been healed. I have no damage as of now. So I'ma just risk the elements and get to that fucking shuttle. Even if I have to like swim through space.
Okay.
I mean, it's either that or die here, so...
No, that's fine. That's fine. No, this is just, you're keeping me on my toes. Keeping me on my space toes. I have to keep, like, coming up with environmental problems for you guys. So, you are trying to crawl through a hole that has been made bigger, but is now full of debris from a space shuttle. There are probably things that are electrified, etc. I'm going to say, give me a stamina. You're just going to bully through this. And what skill do you think you should use? Athletics? Something else?
Meditate.
Meditation. Yeah.
To just like think everything isn't real. No. Yeah, I'm going to use dexterity and I think that athletics to get through the hole.
I'm going to say stamina because the environment is very harsh. So
okay, stamina
plus athletics.
Plus athletics. I'm still rocking that -2, so I only get to roll 2 dice. How much willpower I still got? I'll do 1 more willpower.
Okay, since meditation was mentioned, I will let you do a wits plus meditation roll to help you lower the difficulty if you would like.
To lower the difficulty?
Yeah.
Okay.
Calm your mind.
So that's 3 dice. What's the difficulty for this?
For meditation, I'm going to say 7.
Okay, so I'm at 8. Ooh, 2 successes.
Okay. So you are down to your original roll was going to be 7 for the stamina. It's down to 5. You have a +1 difficulty, so it's at 6. Stamina plus athletics. Minus any dice that you...
Okay. I have to roll this one straight because I only got 1 willpower left.
You do have destiny if you run out.
Yeah, I'm going to save that in case I feel like I'm going to die.
Haven't you felt like you were going to die the last 6 round?
Yeah, I still have gas in the tank. Like, I'm waiting until I run on E. 1 success.
Okay. You make it.
This is
I'm
the
gonna have this
riskiest
be.
shit.
I'm gonna have this be your Hail Mary pass. You find a spacesuit.
I feel like have you ever played the game Alien Isolation?
Not yet. But I know
It's a
about
great
it.
game. This is literally how it feels. Okay,
Awesome.
cool.
So I am marking you off the initiative order, and you are going to be on the meteor storm part of the chart. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to go top of the round. And what we're going to do is we are just going to do one more roll, try to get to your spaces because it's getting kind of late. We don't want part 4 of 1 happening next week. So, everybody roll willpower difficulty 8 against the fear of the fear base of the monster, and then we're just going to run. It is going to take away 2 successes.
Shit. Because
I
I
got
had
3
one
successes. Ha ha ha. So I got 1.
1, okay.
I had
You have
one.
1 on the willpower.
Okay, so does anybody have after the negatives 1 or less? Like what do you have?
I have.
Wait, we're subtracting from the willpower roll?
Yes, the monster did a fear. I kind of combined a couple parts of this just to kind of move it along as this last round. So, what did you roll on your willpower?
I only got 1 success.
Okay, so you have 0 successes. You're going to have a penalty. The monster rolled.
I also.
Okay.
I have the same as Phaedra.
Okay, and then Malachai, what did you roll?
I had 3 successes.
Okay, so you're okay, so you still have 1. So the people who are at 0 lose another willpower, and they have +1 difficulty. Phaedra is fine. So Tycho.
Alright,
What
I
do you
would
do?
like to hit up the radio
Okay.
and ask if everyone's ready to leave. And give a inspirational speech
Okay.
as Tycho, the leader of TG42.
Okay. It's at a +1 difficulty, plus any previous ones. And this is going to be wits plus leadership.
Wits and leadership. What's the base difficulty?
Base difficulty is going to be, I'm going to say a 7, because this is a stressful situation.
All right, so it takes me to 8, and I am going to spend my last willpower and quintessence.
Okay.
So difficulty 7 with 7 dice. It's a 1 and a 7, and a 10 and a 6. So 2 successes.
Okay. Speech away.
We've gotten out of worse situations. Just get off station. We'll get everybody picked up. You can do it.
Okay. The others who heard this do not have a -1 difficulty. If you had multiple, if you were at -2, -3, it goes down by 1, but you lose a -1 difficulty.
Sweet.
Or +1 difficulty, sorry.
And then I'm going to prepare for next round of getting in and ejecting in the.
You could do that this round. You can be strapping in while you say your speech over the comms. I'm totally fine with that.
Tycho Prime. maybe you can help me with this. So I had a scenario of running away and surviving werewolves getting lost in the Umbra in my youth. Does this scenario, does it feel similar, and would he do something differently this time?
Leave, or Phaedra is going to shoot you herself.
Thank you. Like, I sacrificed myself, like,
Yeah,
in
and
your
you're-
viewpoint, to make
Yeah.
sure that you all three left. Fucking
Yeah.
leave.
Yeah.
But
Go.
I guess a more important question would be,
It is
do
so.
they respond and say that they're ready to leave? Like, everybody's ready to go? Does he hear that?
No.
No.
Just go. Dude, Tycho is very selfish. Okay? He will let everybody else die.
I'm gonna mute myself.
All right. Well, I mean, I appreciate the actual Tycho. He's growing as a person.
I know you want to be like, the guys from SG1 or something, but no, we leave people behind. This is the Technocracy.
There's crazy fucking shit going on in the universe. Sometimes you can't save everyone.
I've been offering your escape pod up to other people. They've just been too paralyzed to use.
Oh yeah, no. Like, to be 100%, had she told me I couldn't go back through that way, I would have blown up this fucking wall and taken your escape pod.
Yeah.
Like, that was my other option.
We have different views of our group dynamic. Tycho will get in the escape pod and jettison himself out into space with 422. Fuck, I used to remember what it was.
425A.
Yeah.
Yes, with 4225A.
Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move on. Tycho, not Prime, and I will do a cinematic scene after. So
Sure. Tycho's out.
okay, Phaedra and Malachai, just do your best run, and tell me what you get.
All right, my best run is, and because of the bonuses, I don't get the -1. What's the difficulty?
The difficulty is 7.
7. Okay, so I still have -2 from that.
Yeah, I think I just get 1 success on that.
All right, so God, motherfucking damn it, botch.
Guys,
my suit all fucking goes malfunctions like
Oh my
okay,
God.
okay.
I should have made sure Malachai got out. God damn it.
Okay, so we're gonna do this one at a time. Phaedra has 1 success. That would be 5. Phaedra, roll me your destiny. Should be 2 dice.
8 and a 4.
8 and a 4. You make it. You push. You get into the pod. Okay.
I'm gonna move my pog just so
Yeah.
I can
Move your
feel that.
pog. Yeah. And then okay, Malachai. Your suit malfunctions. You're going to get a point of lethal damage, and your suit no longer works.
I'm gonna get out of my fucking suit. Been giving me -2s anyways this entire time, and go to the -1 because of the damage that I've taken now.
Yeah.
All right.
So we're gonna do. You're gonna see. You got. We'll be like you were like here because you didn't move up a little bit last time. The monster is coming around the corner. The cinematic of, you think you're making it. I was gonna say roommate. That's not right. Coworker is like running towards the crew quarters. They get in, and you're just like, I'm almost there. And there's like debris, and you fall, and your exosuit is like, beep, 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 beep. And so you get out of it and you're ready to go, and you see the looming shadow of the monster, and it like Jurassic Park T-Rex like roars, kind of thing. There's no banners, there's no melted ice cream, but it roars, okay? So we're going to do a willpower roll, and then you are going to run, okay? So let's do an opposed willpower roll. Difficulty 7.
One success.
Okay, good. The monster botches. So as it as it's kind of like crescendoing up, and it was going to be like really scary, like a meteor kind of like shakes it. So you can't hear it as well, and you kind of shake back. So roll me your destiny.
Destiny. All right.
Just 2 dice, just 2d10, just roll them straight.
Okay. We're gonna roll that straight. Straight up. 2 dice. I got a 6 and a 10.
Okay. You just get to that motherfucking escape pod.
Yeah, get the motherfucker out of here.
Okay. So what I want from both Phaedra and Malachai is wits plus technology to activate it.
All right, so -1 die, so I'm at 3. 1 success.
Okay.
I
Malachai.
got what was the difficulty?
A 6.
1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
Okay. Okay, and then so now Tycho, you've stayed there. You've given your speech, and you're waiting, and no one is talking back to you. You might have heard like "get in the escape pod" in the distance, but you're not sure. There's a lot of loud noises, and from the command center that also has some like a lot of view panels, you see escape pods jettison out, and you know your friends have gotten out. So you're going to need to roll again, wits plus technology.
Okay.
Okay.
What's the difficulty?
The difficulty is 7 because another meteor hit the thing.
2, 4, 6, 7 successes. 7 successes. So it's
Okay.
I think it was 8, 8, 9, 10, 10. Yeah, that would be 7. Yep. So
Okay.
wits and technology is my jam.
All right, great. So we are going to go to the end, and then we are going to just get a D4 on your roller. Just get a D4. So Phaedra rolled pretty well, but she was the lowest on her systems the technology roll, so she's going to be on the system failure chart, and everybody else will be on the meteor. So by meteor people, I need you to roll a D4 and tell me what you get. 1, 2, 3, or 4.
I got a 1.
Robert got a 2.
I got a 1.
Okay. Phaedra, roll a D4.
4.
Okay. Now everybody roll me another D4.
Phaedra got a 1.
Okay.
Robert got a 1.
Okay.
On the second, Tycho got a 4.
Okay. Malachai.
I had a 1.
Okay. And then one last roll, and I will tell you what happens to your escape pods.
Okay.
Phaedra got a 3.
Robert got a 4.
Malachai got another 1.
On the third roll, Tycho also got a 1.
Okay. All right, let me just fix this up. Be featured in the book. Okay. So we will start with Robert there on the top. Robert, you find safety in the shuttle, right? But you are being pelted with a meteor storm. It dislodges, and you have a 2. The shuttle receives severe damage, and you are just holding on for dear life. You are bruised from being battered around, but you're able to, go around with different training that you had in 0G, maybe to prep you for the Neptune space station, that you don't get too hurt. And as you hurl through space, you land on Pluto. You get caught by the gravity, and you actually see a big meteor far off in the distance. And as the mist clears, and you are kind of like, you kind of hold up in this like pseudo escape pod in your shuttle, so you could land, so you didn't burn. As you get out and the mist clears, you see that wherever you are, it's just covered in eggs. Okay.
Oh, shit.
Tycho, you had a meteor malfunction. So you had received light damage to your escape pod. You yourself are wounded. You didn't strap yourself in, or something wasn't strapped down right, and it hurt. As you land, you notice that you went off course, and you know you're on Pluto, but you're not on the designated rendezvous point that was programmed into these pods. And when you exit, you see that you're in an ancient, abandoned city of a race that you never knew existed. As your distress call beeps out into the universe, you hope someone picks you up.
So anyway, I started blasting.
And then, let's see, Phaedra had a systems failure on your pod. So your life support goes out, and nothing's keeping you alive except the the emergency space mask that's provided, kind of like a plane. Then because of this, you are bruised. You're starting to kind of lose consciousness, but you're not severely hurt. And when you land, you have a 3. Okay, you also go off course. The computer just isn't making sense. It's glitching. It's doing a lot of stuff. You're just hoping to land somewhere where you can breathe. And when you crash land, you look outside your window, like you have like a little window out into space, and there's a cat. And all of a sudden, something opens up the door to your escape pod as you're kind of there, slowly becoming lifeless. And it's another cat, like a tabby cat. And it just looks at the other one and it goes, I guess we'll keep it for now. Okay.
Oh, Phaedra becomes a pet.
I would like to collect a sample.
And you fade off into unconsciousness after you say that. Okay.
Being the pet of some cats would be super bad.
Okay.
I think I got the best deal so far.
Meteor. Let's see. Meteor chart for Malachai. You receive light damage. You are only bruised, so you get shaken up a little bit. And then you also crash land into the ancient city. So after you explore in your spacesuit for a while, you meet up with Tycho and you plan for your next adventure.
Let's do this, Tycho. We gotta save the others. We gotta find them. They're out there. I know it.
Okay, so
Damn straight.
the scene cuts to a unknown dark area. A computer screen flips on. You see the classic DOS green words start to appear line by line. It says internal transmission, Technogate Command, Madison, Wisconsin, clearance level 5, from the desk of General Bridges. Mission Control received reports 48 hours ago of the destruction of the Charon Orbital Space Station. Void engineers were dispatched to escape pod rendezvous coordinates to search for any survivors. Their initial reports indicate that the surface of Pluto was hit by meteorite 4225, now has expanded into a field of bioorganic, quote-unquote, eggs. Void engineers assure me that they have the, quote-unquote, hatching fields of 4225 under control. Syndicate has been given permission to start propaganda procedures to declassify Pluto from the solar system. Propaganda procedures early on will help lessen paradoxical backlash if total destruction is necessary, but not first priority. Whereabouts of Technogate Team 42 and Charon Space Station personnel are pending. End of mission report. So, we made it, guys.
Woo! That was awesome.
So, the only options that you didn't get on the escape pod chart, for anybody wondering, is that you could have landed on an ether ship, an ether pirate ship. Yeah.
That would have been cool.
And they would have taken you into their crew. So you would have found, after all that shit, you would have been taken in by reality deviants. And wow. So
why didn't I get that one? Instead, I'm stuck with eggs.
Yeah. So the cat planet is a reference to the cats of I believe. And so we have some H.P. Lovecraft. He's kind of a shit show as a person, but I do love a couple of his stories. And I love that, like, kind of in his world, Cthulhu is really powerful, and also, like, the cat planet is like, no one fucking messes with the cat planet. So there's just a random cat planet, and they talk telepathy. They're on a dark side of a moon somewhere. And that's also kind of how 4225A figured out how to be a cat. So that was like a reference, like a foreshadowing to the cat planet, as well as a homage to like Jonesy and all that stuff from Alien. So that's why the alien showed up as a cat rather than a dog from The Thing. And this will be ready in the summer on the Storyteller's Vault to purchase. So you can play with your friends at your game table and give them the gift of RPG horror in space. So I want to thank everybody for going through this playtest with me and like giving me ideas I never even thought of. Like Phaedra was riding a shuttle in a closet and in a storage container, and or OG Phaedra playing Robert. And just thanks for Frozen for giving me this opportunity to playtest it live. And I'm sorry to any of our viewers who are HVAC specialists if I got the evaporator part wrong for the freeze ray. Go ahead and send us some feedback on ageofstories.com. And that's it. We don't know how to say goodbye, so
Have a good night,
bye.
everyone.
Bye, peeps.
Bye.